Visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
There are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
Quit drinking that haterade and bow down to Ricky T, y'all.
Oh, you don't have to bow down. Welcome back to the show. Rick Tittle with you coast to coast and around the world on the American Forces Radio Network. 177 countries. And if you're watching on YouTube or twitch.tv, we got both webcams going here because we're very happy to have comedian Chad Opitz. He is headlining the Punchline tonight, and he'll be featuring the rest of the weekend. Chad, welcome to the show. And headlining the world-famous Punchline on any night is awesome. But what happens is, as you know, you're getting a midweek one. They're grooming you for the weekend.
Yeah. Seeing if you're ready. Yeah.
So what's that like when you have, are you going to feature? So that would probably be like a really good 20 to 30 versus your hour, which you have tonight.
Yes. What's the difference?
Yeah.
It's going to get a lot weirder tonight because when I'm featuring for somebody, I tone it back. Because I get, it's like not my night.
You don't want to upstage them.
I still get weird, but not to the point that I will get this evening. I'm going to bust everything out. I have a very physical act. Not that every bit relies on like a wacky act
like
out,
Sebastian jumping around.
No. It's like there's a few bits that are reliant on space. Like there's certain bits that I can't do unless I have room for them. Now that I have this, if I Punchline stage, that I use the whole area at one point. So it gets a little nutty, and I can't do that just anywhere. Yeah, and I don't do like all the stuff that I do for my headline act for the feature set because it just gets too much, I think.
Well, like Bobby Lee would come off the stage of the Punchline and play what he called gay chicken, where he would pucker his lips and go, who would move away last? And he would kiss men on the lips into the crowd. You're not doing that.
Not doing that. No, I don't get
down to
your
underpants.
When I say I get physical, I'm just with myself. I'm not touching nobody. I'm not doing any of that business.
Mark Norman said one time, Jerry Seinfeld said, why don't you move around? You just stand right there on the mic. You don't have to go crazy. He goes, but you use the stage. I guess that's something that you already knew about.
I like to do it myself. I don't really, it all depends on the individual. Like everyone's got their own style and stuff. And I just tend to have more fun when I do that. Like I go all over the place. I also have a hard time describing what my comedy's like because it's kind of all over the place. It's not just one thing.
Who was your guy growing up? Like, were you a Kinnison guy or someone like that?
Honestly, it's somebody that I wasn't really. I'm not a lot like them. Was Norm Macdonald? I love Norm Macdonald. I do also love Rodney Dangerfield. Which is like rapid one-liners. There's some of that in there, but it's not the same thing where I'm doing like a character. But I would very much admire Hedberg for the joke factor, that stuff. But Norm,
you just named three guys that are dead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who's live? Shang Wang is a current guy. He was a San Francisco guy.
He's been in here several times, and now he has a whole new look,
which I think suits his comedy style very well.
Yeah. I had to get used to it for a second. Yeah, one of his Shen Wang's. I'm throwing these little like jokes that pop into my head from these guys. Shen Wang is like, my dad started running my bicycle. Now he's wearing a helmet. Pussy. And then my favorite Rodney one is, my wife is so fat. I won't do the voice. My wife is so fat. She was standing on the corner. A cop came over and said, break it up. Like that on so many levels, you're like writing your own punchline. But I like stuff like that. It's it'll get you. So who was a comedian that took you under their wing, maybe took you on the road? And then contrastly, was there ever somebody who was like, you ain't got it?
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Locally, I brought him up before we went on air. A very supportive comic was Larry Bubbles Brown. Love that guy. I saw him initially opening before I even started comedy.
Been here since the 80s.
Yeah. And I had never heard of the guy because I think he was mainly like local.
Yep.
And I saw Norm Macdonald right when I moved to the Bay Area, and he was opening. And I actually, because when they announced his name, I leaned over to my girlfriend at the time, and I was like, "This guy's gonna suck," because I did the name, and I loved it, and I leaned over, I was like, "I was wrong," and then I went to go start performing like not long after that, and I met him at Rooster T. Feathers down in Sunnyvale.
Sure.
And he was so nice, and he's still my buddy. I hope I see him when I'm around this week. I'm gonna hit him up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was another guy in South Bay named Jimmy Gunn, and he was very supportive, really funny dude. He actually he died a while back, which is very sad.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the first couple of years I was doing comedy, he would do this like Jimmy Gunn Award thing, and he like would pick all of his favorite local comics, and I was like the best newcomer. But this was like 2014, I think, like that. Yeah.
Now, it's so funny because yesterday I saw Joe List at a baseball game. He was doing a little celebrity thing, and he always talks about his best friend, Derek, who lives in Gig Harbor.
Oh, wow.
And that's where he wants to move. He wants to move to Gig Harbor, which is in, Washington State. And before we went on the air, you told me that's your hometown.
That's my hometown. That's where Joe wants to move?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even know he knew of the area. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place.
Is that in Puget Sound then?
It is. Yeah. It's right across the bridge from Tacoma.
Okay.
So, and it's funny, I didn't start doing stand-up until after I moved to the Bay Area. I was living in Santa Cruz for a while. So when I go up every year. I was just there last month to visit family that are still up there. And I do shows in like Seattle, Tacoma, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So when Santa Cruz, did you fit into the stereotype of the stoner on the Giant Dipper?
Not at all, dude. No. But they were like, I think they were so high that they got my weird jokes. So they're like, this is weird. And they were really into it. So that was a good place to start. Yeah.
I'll throw this story at you, which I think is great. And Ryan Hamilton told me, and of course he's from like Rexburg, Southeast Idaho. And because I asked him about a hell gig, and he said one time in the winter there was a bar mic in Montana, and he drove 5 hours in the snow. He got there, he did 10 minutes, no one listened to them. He got $20 cash for the gig, and the lady who ran it said, "Come here for a second." And he leaned in and she headbutted him and laughed her ass off. And he said he drove 5 hours home with an ice pack on his head with $20, and he said, "If I don't quit now, I guess I'll never quit."
Yeah.
So what was your gig where you're like, you know what, screw this?
I think the worst one ever was in Oakland. I got hired to open for a jazz band.
Oh.
And that doesn't make any sense. My act doesn't make, and honestly, having any comedy before like a jazz or a blues band doesn't make any sense. And so I thought there was going to be an opener, then me, and then the band. The band walks up on stage, and I said to the booker, I was like, oh, okay, so am I going up after them? And she goes, no, they're going to just be there while you're doing your act. So then she goes, I'll do a few minutes and then bring you up, just to break the ice, So I thought she was going to do some jokes. She goes up and she goes, I know you're not here for comedy, but here it is. Please welcome Shad Opitz. That was the whole intro I got. And so I go up just completely bombed for 10 minutes. That was one gig where that was a literal run, grab the money, run out the venue.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to talk to anybody. That was one where I was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Have you ever done like a corporate or something where they fire you? Any of that?
Oh, no. I have done some of the weirdest ones I've done were like during Zoom, pandemic Zoom shows. Yeah. I've done some corporate Zoom shows, which talk about like you got to just perform for yourself on those. You got to there's no one's laughing on a Zoom in general.
And even if there are, you can't hear them.
No, everyone's mics are off. And you got to maybe look for somebody chuckling. So that's when you really got to just hope you enjoy your own material.
That's what I would say. Like when I do a show like this, I have to try to enjoy my material because I get absolutely no feedback. And then maybe 6 months later, somebody will say, "Hey, that was funny when you said," and I was like, "Oh yeah." But for you, it has to be instant. And some comedians live off. If you don't get a laugh, oh, I'm a fraud. And you do get a laugh, you go, oh, I'm the greatest ever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, totally. And those Zoom ones were very bizarre for that because, you're not getting that. And they would even do ones during the pandemic where you're outside, people are in their cars honking their horns.
Oh, yeah.
So those ones I definitely did not enjoy. Where you're just like, I feel like you're mad at me because you're honking your horn at me. It doesn't come across like a laugh to me. It comes across like you're angry.
So now you're in LA. Are you like at the store, the Laugh Factory, Improv?
Yeah, I was just at the store Monday. Doing their like mic there, and I've done some gigs. And
is that OR or Belly Room?
OR, yep.
I love the, so people don't know the original room because there's a main room too. I love the original room like maybe a Tuesday, Wednesday night because you'll get 8 big names and they'll all be coming in with a piece of paper just working on it.
Yep.
And it's so, I remember one time Sarah Tiana, who was in there a couple of times, she came out with a piece of paper and she goes, you ever notice some countries are like superheroes? And she gave 3 examples and it was crickets. And she goes, all right, forget that.
Yeah.
I'm working it out. It was funny at the kitchen table, and she just like scrunched it all up. All right, we're scrunching up this segment. How's that for a segue? We'll take a quick break. We'll come on back in studio with Chad Opitz. He is headlining the Punchline tonight. I'm Rick Tittle. Come on back.
With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Call us to get your Care Watch right now.
800-853-8931. 800-853-8931. 800-853-8931. That's 800-853-8931.
I'm holding in my hand the American Silver Eagle dollar. It's a beautiful piece of American history, and it's 1 ounce of silver. Originally minted in 1986, these coins are a beautiful classic piece of American history, and they're a great investment you should add to your portfolio. The beauty of silver is that however much you have available to invest, silver is affordable and easy to acquire, with one coin costing around $30. So, if you choose to invest a few thousand in silver, you can get quite a bit for your money, and you'll have a tangible asset that you can hold, one you can be proud to own. Claim your piece of American history with American Silver Eagle dollars. Call the Silver Hotline right now.
800-620-1624. 800-620-1624. 800-620-1624. That's 800-620-1624. Right now, you can switch from cable television to satellite television for free. That's right, we're offering free equipment, free installation, plus get a free $100 prepaid Visa card. Call the Satellite TV hotline right now. Make the switch from cable to satellite television and expand your viewing horizon. On top of free installation, for a limited time, we're offering a fixed price guarantee. With satellite TV, you'll save money over your expensive cable bill. Plus, get access to hundreds of channels. And when you call right now, you can also ask about our seniors and military discounts. So make the switch to satellite TV right now. Everybody gets free installation, free equipment, plus a $100 prepaid Visa card. Call right now and you can switch to satellite TV and be watching everything you wanted to within the next week. And remember, installation's free, so call right now. 800-696-2871. 800-696-2871. 800-696-2871. That's 800-696-2871.
Like kickboxing, that's my favorite sport. Kickboxing is great. When you think about it, it combines the style and grace of boxing with kicking.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me, mirror, what is wrong? Can it be my daylight clothes or is it just my daylight song?